rates, higher days on market, and what I think will happen to active inventory. Plus, we're going to give you a quick education on the difference between price inelastic and price elastic. This is one of the key variables that I believe all the crash bros and housing doomers don't understand. I get it, you didn't take economics, you don't have an advanced degree, so let me give you a quick overview of this. But first, let's start with helping everyone watching. I have heard from a lot of you that it is hard, if not impossible, to buy today, giving higher prices and higher rates. I understand. The good news, and I do mean this, is good news is if you change your mindset, you can accomplish some great things. Let me advise you to do the following. 1, appreciate that higher rates impact everyone. Everyone who is going to get a loan is impacted by higher rates. So what I mean by that is it's not you and you alone. This is not, hey, Mary or Susan or Mike or James, you have higher rates and no one else does. Everyone has higher rates, and that should give you some comfort, because if everyone is impacted, it's the folks that do the work and look through the angles that will make something happen. So if I was buying a home today, and as you know, I just bought one in the last 30 days or so, these are the things that I would do. 1, if you are comfortable, I'm just going to make up numbers today, with a 6% mortgage rate, or 6.5%, what I would do is I would run the math on the listing that's out there and understand what a 6.5% payment would be. Or let's do 6% payment. You're going to buy a $500,000 home. You're going to put 5% down. What is your payment at 6%? You with me so far? Awesome. But Michael, interest rates aren't 6%. Are you just selling me hopium? No, hold your horses. That's the next step. So today we know that rates are, let's say, 8%. That is quite a difference. You know what I would do, and this is what I did in a flavor, is I would do the math at 8%. So guess what? You can't pay $500,000 at 8% and get the same payment. So what I would try to figure out is, okay, given that rates are 8%, what could I offer and equal the payment at 6%? Now here's a hint. It's going to be less than list price. So a lot of you don't understand how to do the mortgage calculation. A lot of you don't understand that Excel provides the mortgage payment formula. That is okay. I would call your great friendly mortgage broker, whether that's Matt the Mortgage Guy, Convoy, Velocity, whoever it is for you, and have them run the numbers. Because let's be clear, most people buy on payment. So do you really care if your payment's the same? If your payment's the same, do you really care if it's 6 or 8%? Frankly, and this is just me, and admittedly I'm broken, I would rather have that payment at 8%, because at some time in the future, I will refi that down to 6% or 6.5% or whatever. Maybe it takes 5 years. Maybe it takes 10 years. I have no idea. But I feel confident someday in the future, you will have the opportunity to take your 8% mortgage to 6%. So again, stop with the whining and complaining. Realize that you have been given a golden opportunity to write a disrespectful offer with a story. Everything's a story. Hey, Mr. Seller, I would love to buy your home, but I'm only approved for this payment. Unfortunately, rates are 8, not 6, so I can only offer X. Take it or leave it. If they leave it, follow up in 2 weeks, follow up in 30 days, go write another offer. Higher rates impact everyone. It is only the people who understand that it is a great thing, because your competition is leaving every day. Every day. They see it, They're out. We're heading into the slow months. Transactions are going to crash. But you and me, we're going to continue to do the work. We're going to understand our numbers. We are only going to do great deals, and we're going to have a good time. Folks, one of the things that not enough of you have understand the power in this book right here. 15 Conversations with Real Estate Millionaires. It is on Amazon and on Audible. You can find the links below. This book is exactly the book that I would be reading right now. Even if I've read this book before, I would go in and find the 2 or 3 or 4 stories, because we have 15 stories in here, different stories about people investing through decades. And trust me, when things get hard, when things get slow, there is nothing better than reading a book that makes you feel better. It's hard for everyone. It's slow for everyone. Go find your story. Go find your couple of stories. Buy the book, get the Audible, and Dion is the great voice in Audible. So not enough of you have picked this up. This is the book I wrote for you. This book I wrote for myself. This one is for you. So there we go. So again, try it at home, do the homework, figure out what your payment is at 6%, then figure out how low of a price you have to offer at 8%, and then write the offer. It's okay. It's below list price. Who cares? Write the offer, move on. All right, let's go. So Logan from Housing Wire put out a great tweet, or a series of tweets or threads or whatever you want to call them, and was talking about he was disappointed with housing inventory. Let me make sure I get the number right. Logan from Housing Wire was proposing that 8% mortgage rates would dramatically increase inventory, active listings. And if you watch my channel, you know that I do not believe that. What I have said is, again, days on market will double. They will go up 100%. Active inventory will go up 3, 4, 5%. Folks, we have broken the housing market. 8% mortgage rates, undoubtedly, and everybody and their brother understands it hurts demand. What most folks don't realize is it has crushed supply. We've been talking about that for over a year. It is here right now. So, to the tune of that, rates over 7%. Last week, we only saw 4,401 more listings. A huge disappointment to Logan and likely most people. How many of the housing crash bros or housing bears or experts out there are like, hey, at 7.5% mortgage rates, inventory's going to explode? No, that's not how it works, but it's okay. So again, days on market is the variable that I am tracking. It will undoubtedly explode, but active inventory, excuse me, not so much. New listings this week, 60,000. Last year, 68,000. New listings are down. Why? Because it hurts supply as much as demand. The housing market is broken. But just for grins, 2021, 81,000. So again, we are on a trend down. New listings are consistently down, down, down year on year. Let's talk about the gold rush. Yes, that gold rush. The one where we had all these miners going to California digging for gold, trying to make their money. Do you know, have you studied history? Who made the money in the gold rush? Was it the miner? No. Was it, I don't know, who was it? The answer, the people that sold the picks and shovels. The gold rush may be going on right now in artificial intelligence, aka AI. What can the gold rush teach us about AI, and I would argue also the .com environment? You want to sell picks and axes to all of the wannabe miners, the people that have gold in their eyes, that think they will be the ones that solve it. Yes, a couple of folks will find the big nuggets. and will change the world. Most of them will do nothing and with tail between their legs, go home. So who is building or who is selling picks and shovels in the AI world? Well, undoubtedly the number one name in that is NVIDIA. NVIDIA reports Wednesday. If you watch Dan Bird in video number 2 yesterday that came out at 7 o'clock, he says it is his opinion, not financial advice, that NVIDIA's report after hours on Wednesday will make or break the stock market for the next several weeks. I don't know. It makes sense when you think about the gold rush. They are selling picks and axes. They are not the wide-eye miner traveling across the country hoping to make theirs. So, and then just since we're talking about it, the .com craze, in my opinion, the person selling picks and shovels in the .com craze was the person that was enabling the internet as the backbone. And for a long time, that answer was Cisco Systems. If you go back and look at Cisco Systems, I believe the symbol is CSCO, I think. You will see that it had a great run. I was working at Cisco as a contractor, and seemingly the stock split every 9 to 12 months. And people were becoming millionaires and quitting. It was quite the environment to be a part of. Is NVIDIA the Cisco, the picks and shovel seller of AI? I don't know. Let me know what you think. All right. Price inelastic versus price elastic. This is something that I believe a lot of housing bears, housing doomers, and yes, even crash bros don't understand. Elasticity is a measure of change when price fluctuates, right? Prices go up, demand goes down. Prices go down, demand goes up. If the demand is not greatly impacted by price fluctuations, it is considered inelastic. If demand is impacted by price, it is called price elastic. With me so far? These are important terms. And it is why most people got the housing call wrong, and we got it right here. We've been right the whole time on housing prices. And this is why. The economics background plus 20 years experience in housing. This is the key. Most people have been talking about price being the thing that is going to cure demand. Now, normally when you're buying gasoline or you're buying cigarettes or alcohol or whatever it is, clothes, food, whatever it is, you can see great fluctuations. But in housing, it's not price, people. It's payment. So what are we seeing right now? We have seen affordability go crazy. We have seen payments go up. So what happens when payments go up? Demand goes down. So we have housing being elastic. We have seen transactions crash 40% because of payment. It's payment, not price. This is what everyone got wrong. It's about the payment. The payment is strangling demand. It is also, for the first time in 40 years, impacting supply. Not since the 80s, early 80s, 81, 82, 83, have we seen anything like this in housing. Everybody wants it to be price, and it's never about price with housing. It's the most levered thing to interest rates, and it's transactions. That's why we got it right. That's why we have been right the whole time. And all of these people who are failed mortgage brokers and live in their mom's basement, they don't understand. They are fighting the last crash. The last crash was about price, but it wasn't price, it was payment. What happened last time? Payments exploded because of adjustable rate mortgages. And then the strategic defaults happened. So again, it's the same environment. Something about housing, it's always payment, not price. So watch out for that. So let's talk about some free stuff. Let's talk about a one-time boot camp that I'm potentially doing, and we will talk about the Las Vegas event. First, the free stuff. I know a lot of people don't watch the daily financial news over the weekend, but something I did for you as a thank you gift is I just gave you access to $100 in free content. If you go to my new channel, The Daily Financial News, you will see 2 different sessions that were both $50 each. You are going to see 4 hours from April Crosley, Anna Kelly, Casey from Brick by Brick, and Alicia Merriman. These ladies are powerhouses. These ladies are doing amazing things, and their origin stories, we're talking teenage mother, we're talking Section 8 housing, we're talking having to move states, and we're talking about buying a flip at 18. If you don't watch those 4 ladies crush it, you are missing out. And then, because I know how much all of you like the Avengers, Millennial Mike, Dion Talk, Lumberjack, and myself, I gave you access to 3 hours of all 4 of us answering questions about debt equity, out-of-state investing, on-hands property management. It is all there for you. I wanted to give you a thank you gift. Let's be very clear. I am hoping lots of you watch it, because if you watch 7 hours of content, it will get me the 4,000 hours I need to be monetized. So in fairness, this is a give to get. You're going to get great stuff. I'm hopefully going to get some great stuff. As of this morning, we are 1,500 hours short. I need 200 of you to watch both sessions, and we will be over 4,000 hours, and that would be such a hoot to get the first channel monetized in a month. So if 200 of you can watch that, hit go, whatever you got to do, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So again, that is the free stuff. My thank you to you. And hey, if you can help me out, that'd be great. I'll leave a link to the channel below. The boot camp. So as you know, I've been playing with the idea of doing a one-time only boot camp. My goal is to get 50 people in it. I've had at least 25, if not 30 of you reach out to me saying, please, I want to do this. Here's the deal. I think I'm going to do it. To be clear, it is going to cost you money. It'll cost you $1,000, $997, if you don't have my courses today, and then you'll get everything. If you have my main course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, it'll cost you only $500. But let's be clear, I am going to hold you accountable. In fact, I'm going to draft a questionnaire today. If you want to be a part of this, I'm going to ask you some questions. Where are you in your journey? What are you doing? I want to know about you so I can help you the next 10 weeks. And then second, I'm actually going to do a 0-day event, right? I've already planned out the 10 days, but we are going to do a 0-day event. Like, let's get to meet each other. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's make sure I understand you, the investor. And of course, like everything I do, it will all be recorded and hopefully repurposed later to help thousands of people in the future. So here's the deal. If you want to be a part of this and you haven't told me, or you're not sure if you told me, leave a comment below, because probably over the next 3 or 4 days, I will announce the official launch, and we will just get started, and we'll track it, and we'll get to 50 people, and then that will be it. 50 people, all done, one time only. I will only do this one time. I'm going to give probably 20, 24 hours of my life to this commitment, because I know a lot of you need it. But again, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm not going to hold your hand and do the work for you. I'm going to tell you the work that's required, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, we will come back and I will hold you accountable. I will manage you like I used to manage my salespeople. How many calls? How many visits? How many quotes? How many POCs? I'm not messing around. If you don't like being held accountable, don't sign up. Don't sign up. I will stress you out. But if you want somebody that's going to care about you, pat you on the back, and kick you in the ass if you need it, we're going to try this one time. So again, if you want to be a part of this, let me know below. It's not free. If you don't have any of the courses, it's $1,000. If you have the main course, it's $500. And look for a questionnaire, and then look for a 0-day, and we will get this thing started. So let me know below. And then lastly, the Vegas event. If you happen to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, the first thing I want to do is I want to find a location that will hold between 200 and 400 people. If you happen to know someone or work with someone that can get me a deal on the location, I would greatly appreciate it. Folks, I'm going to put this together. It is going to cost me a lot of money. If you can help me get a deal on a location, I will have to charge less for the tickets. It's that simple. I am willing to lose 10 grand, but I'm not going to lose more than 10 grand for this party, for this education, for all of this. So if you happen to be in Vegas or you're in the industry and you have some contacts in Vegas that might be able to work us out a deal, reach out. Let me know. I need some help. The cheaper I can get the event or the location, the less the tickets will cost. All right, everybody, remember, $100 in free goodies. Go to the link below, my new channel, The Daily Financial News. Watch the 7 hours of amazing content, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. Were awesome events. I was happy to be a part of them. All right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's have some fun. Bye-bye.